Hello everybody and welcome to Fuzzmaster Games coverage of the Mists of Pandaria talent changes. In each of these videos we will be going over the new talent trees for each class, as well as the level 87 talent if applicable. In this video we have Warriors. In the level 15 bracket we have Juggernaut, Double Time, and Warbringer. Juggernaut you can charge every 12 seconds instead of every 20 seconds. Double Time, you can use charge twice before incurring its cooldown, and Warbringer, your charge also knocks a target to the ground and stuns it for 3 seconds. I love charging. Charging more often is my choice. In the level 30 bracket, we have Enraged Regeneration, Second Wind, and Impending Victory. Enraged Regeneration is on a 1-minute cooldown, and it instantly heals you for 10% of your total health and an additional 10% over 10 seconds. Can only be used while enraged and can be used while stunned. Second Wind, whenever you are struck by a stun or immobilize effect, you generate 20 rage over 10 seconds. Whenever you take direct damage, you have a 10% chance to regenerate 10% of your total health over 10 seconds. And Impending Victory, 10 rage, 30-second cooldown, melee range, instantly attack the target for a certain amount of damage and healing you for 10% of your maximum health. Killing an enemy that yields experience or honor resets the cooldown of Impending Victory and causes your next Impending Victory to heal you for 20% of your maximum health, replaces Victory Rush. Second Wind, because it's passive, whenever you take direct damage and you have a 10% chance to regenerate 10% of that health, the passive is what I'm going to go with here because Victory Rush is good enough on its own. So Second Wind is my choice. In the level 45 bracket, we have Staggering Shout, Piercing Howl, and Disrupting Shout. Staggering Shout is on a 40-second cooldown, and it causes all enemies within 20 yards that are snared to become rooted for 5 seconds. Piercing Howl, 10 rage, snares all enemies within 20 yards, reducing their movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. And Disrupting Shout is on a 40-minute cooldown, 40-second cooldown, interrupts all spell casting within 10 yards and prevents any spell in that school from being cast for 4 seconds. I would go with, let's see here, what is most useful for me? I have a lot of, because in my personal experience I tank on my warrior, being able to stop spell casting in the general area, the Disrupting Shout's going to be pretty good. If you could have Staggering Shout and Piercing Howl at the same time, it'd be a little bit better, but I'll go with Disrupting Shout just because of the interrupt. In the level 60 bracket, we have Blade Storm, Shockwave, and Dragon Roar. Blade Storm is on a 1.5-minute cooldown. It requires a melee weapon, and you become a whirling storm of destructive force, striking all targets within 8 yards for 75% weapon damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. During a Blade Storm, you can continue to dodge, block, and parry, and are immune to movement impairing and loss of control effects. However, you can be disarmed and you can only perform Shout ability. Shockwave has a 20-second cooldown, and it sends a wave of force in a frontal cone before you, causing a certain amount of damage and stunning all enemy targets within 10 yards for 4 seconds. And Dragon Roar is on a 1-minute cooldown, and you roar ferociously, causing 200 damage to all enemies within 10 yards, knocking them back and knocking them down for 5 seconds. Dragon Roar sounds like a whole lot of fun, and because I don't know what it is yet, I'm going to go with Dragon Roar. In the level 75 bracket, we have Mass Spell Reflection, Safeguard, and Vigilance. Mass Spell Reflection, your spell reflection protects you from an additional spell and protects party and raid members within a certain amount of yards from a single spell for 5 seconds. Safeguard, 25-yard range, 30-second cooldown. Run at a high speed towards a party or raid member, removing all movement effects upon you, intercepting the next melee or ranged attack made against them, and reducing their damage taken by 20% for 6 seconds. This move replaces Intervene. And Vigilance, 40-yard range, 2-minute cooldown. You focus your protective gaze on a party or raid member, transferring 30% of the damage taken to you for 12 seconds. During the duration of Vigilance, your taunt has no cooldown and attacks against the target cause you to become enraged for 6 seconds. Vigilance, this seems a lot more useful than the old Vigilance, and on a 2-minute cooldown, that's not bad at all, because they really shouldn't be getting in that kind of situation that often anyway. Vigilance is the way to go as far as protecting your allies is concerned. And in the level 90 bracket, we have Avatar, Bloodbath, and Stormbolt. In the Avatar, it's on a 3-minute cooldown, and you transform into an unstoppable Colossus for 20 seconds, increasing your damage dealt by 20% and causing your attacks to generate 50% extra range. While transformed, you are immune to movement impairing effects. Bloodbath is on a 1-minute cooldown. Your special attacks cause the Bloodbath effect for the next 12 seconds. And Bloodbath is your target bleeds for an additional 30% of the damage of the triggering attack over 6 seconds. While bleeding, the target moves at 50% reduced speed. And the final one is Stormbolt, 30-yard range, 30-second cooldown, requires melee weapon, and you hurl your weapon at an enemy, causing 100% weapon damage and stunning the target for 3 seconds. It deals an additional 300% weapon damage to targets that are permanently immune to stuns, and it replaces Heroic Throw. This is going to be, like, Heroic Throw is great while you're leveling, whatever. Stormbolt is going to be fantastic for ranged pulls for tanks. Bloodbath will be good for DPS as well as Avatar. Bloodbath, if you like the passive ability of the Bloodbath effect, that works out. But if you want a 3-minute cooldown that you can just burst the hell out of something, you can go with Avatar. Tanking, I would probably go Stormbolt. Bloodbath and Avatar, if you DPS, it's up to you. And then for the level 87 talent, we scroll down here. We go to the level 87 talent, and it is War Banner. It's on a 3-minute cooldown, and you throw down a War Banner within 30 yards to intimidate your enemies or inspire your allies. You can intervene to your War Banner. Choose from among the following effects each time War Banner is used. Demoralizing Banner decreases the damage dealt by all enemies within 30 yards of the banner by 10%, lasts 15 seconds. Mocking Banner forces all enemies within 15 yards of the banner to focus attacks on the warrior for 6 seconds, lasts 30 seconds. And Skull Banner increases the critical damage of party or raid members within 30 yards of the banner by 20%, lasts 10 seconds. If you need to reduce everybody's damage, you pop Demoralizing Banner. If you need to have everybody attacking you, you pop Mocking Banner. And if you just want to help somebody DPS, you put up Skull Banner. Whichever one, obviously, it is up to you. There is no real good choice here. It's situational, but it is a good ability. I would like to see what it looks like, but I don't have beta. Alright everybody, that is it for my coverage on the warrior changes in Mists of Pandaria. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you really liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. I thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.